Good evening, exiles. So recently I made a video on my everyday carry, where I carry in my pockets and on my person every day. So I wanted to do a video right now about this everyday carry bag, and making the video for two reasons right now. One, I want to show what's in here, and two, we want to empty it out. So Sarah thinks she might like having a bag just like this one, so I gotta empty it out anyway. So not only, I don't carry this backpack on me everywhere I go, even though I call it an everyday carry backpack. I don't carry it like, if I'm going into Walmart, it doesn't come with me to Walmart. It stays in my car. Sometimes I bring it in the house if I'm going to be doing stuff, I need the stuff out of it. I take it into work with me, so I have the stuff that's in here handy. That's pretty much how I use it. And I'll show you, I'll do another video later on how I have another box that goes with this to expand this thing that makes it cover 99% of every emergency you'll ever come across. Remind me to make that video. Alright, also, this thing, the only thing I don't like about this bag is it's a Maxpedition, it's whatever their everyday carry sling bag, the bigger of the two is. I don't remember the name of it. I do like that this thing doesn't look like it's cool guy, tactical, shoot me first kind of thing. One thing I don't like about it is there's no place to carry a water bottle on the side of it. Here, let me load the camera so you can see that a little bit better. Yeah, there's no pockets on the side to carry a bottle. And there's no handle on top. I'm eventually going to make some sort of paracord handle up here, but there's no, and that's a place you want to grab it. I don't know that Maxpedition, if you're watching this video, which you're not because my channel's tiny, put a handle across the top of this thing. But a lot of times I carry, or I always carry this bottle around with me. This is the Life Straw. It's 1 quart. They make a 700 milliliter one too that the boys and Sarah have. Right now, this is filled with lake water from Camp Chief Little Turtle, because I filled it up Saturday. Filled it up Saturday, right before our wedding. And then this, I've done 2 shorts about this guy. It's a Stanley French press. This is the little French press insert, and then you can drink right out of it. And I'll throw this, a lot of times in the winter, I'll throw this in my lunchbox or carabiner it to my lunchbox. And also I have a little thermos to make soup in, and I keep in my lunchbox these little tins full of tea, usually just Earl Grey because that's the only tea I really like, so I can drink hot tea while I'm at work to enjoy, make life a little bit better. Also, we've made powdered tea, or powdered onion soup, and me and Sarah made powdered tomato basil soup. So I'll carry a tin of that in my lunchbox. But that's not part of my everyday carry bag here. That's just additional stuff I wanted to talk about with you guys. Let me move the camera some, and then we can go over what's in the bag. While I was moving the camera around, Sarah looked it up. This is the Maxpedition Entity Sling Bag, the larger of the two. I think it's 7 liters and the small one's 5 liters. So one thing I really like about this bag is that the sling can be adjusted to either side, left or right-handed, which is important with these bags that have the concealed carry pocket in here. So these are Velcro lined, and you can leave one of them unzipped. So if you're off-body carrying. So you'd leave this one unzipped, since I'm left-handed. I can swing it around in front, and there's a Velcro thing in here that can be moved to either side. So you can just shove your hand in here, and inside it, I have a holster that will hold my Glock 26. And that's it. I need to get some magazine holders in here too. I normally don't keep the gun in there. I normally carry it on my person, or while I'm at work, since I can't carry, I lock it in the car. But I really like how it's ambidextrous, especially since I'm left-handed. Alright. And another thing I really like about this, and I like all bags that open this way, is it opens all the way up so you can get to everything. You can open it. You put the most important stuff you want on top. You can open part of the way. You can open just one side to get things on out of either side. It gives you all the options. So let's start at the top here. This is my little waterproof case. Could be doing a video about this guy and all my YouTube stuff soon. I already made the video. I'm going to be releasing it soon. So this is a waterproof case that I've modified to do what I need to do with it. And it carries all my YouTube stuff, extra batteries, adapters. This is a light. It's insanely bright. That's its dimmest setting. It fit on top of my tripod, and it used to fit on top of my mini tripod, but I lost that one and had to switch to a different mini tripod. So I gotta figure out a solution for that. These tins are all comfort cream. It's the best of the healing herbs, and Sarah made them. These 4 have labels on them. This is the one that doesn't have a label. This is the one I use. And the reason I have the 3 extra is I give them away a lot to people who have like bee stings or a nasty cut that's not healing very fast or something like that. Or like, oh, my shoulder hurts because I strained a muscle. So I have 1 tin that I use and 3 small tins. That way I can give them away. And they're good to get people into herbal medicine and also teach them about preparedness and stuff. Back to the YouTube stuff. This is my mini tripod. It's a, well, first off, it's a selfie stick. I have never used it as a selfie stick. But it's a little mini tripod that I can carry everywhere with me. It doesn't take up much room. It's better than my big tripod for doing stuff up close with. And it fits in my backpack, so I can, my everyday carry bag, so no matter where I want to do a YouTube video, I got it. Most people don't need the YouTube stuff. It's my everyday carry first aid kit and a little medicine organizer thing. I just did a video on these too. So not only did I do a video on my everyday carry that I carry on my person, but my everyday carry first aid kit. So those are going, this is all going to be put together in a playlist. These are my gloves, cut resistant gloves I use at work. They could come in handy in emergencies and stuff like that too, but they're in here because I also carry this bag to work. 30 feet of 550 cord and 30 feet of bank line. That's more than plenty to do any shelter building or any tying things down that I would ever need to do. And then this big pocket right here, I don't have anything in it. It can open from either side if you're using the zipper. You can fit like a Chromebook in here or a big tablet, stuff like that. Or, and I wouldn't do it because it's heavy, you can fit a body armor in here and then sling the bag around in front of you in case of an active shooter. I'm not worried about that happening, and that body armor is either really heavy or really expensive. And even the heavy stuff is fairly expensive. And the light stuff is still heavier than I want to carry all the time. In this mesh patch, I have a bandana, useful for all kinds of things, and 2 55-gallon trash bag liners. I'll probably move them to this section. It'll probably make more sense to put them in there. But these are for using as trash bags. You can cut a hole in them, make rain gear out of it. You can put them down on the ground before you have to change a flat tire. All kinds of stuff. They're indispensable. I don't have it in here, but I need to get some duct tape in here. My goal is to have the 10 C's, Dave Canterbury's 10 C's of survival. And eventually in the future, I plan on doing a video on the different C's of survival. Alright, this is the main pocket that gets most of the attention. So I have shoved down here in the little bit of extra empty space a USB-C and a micro USB cable. I want to do a rant on how much I hate micro USB and want to get rid of it, but some of my YouTube stuff is still micro USB, like the battery in here to charge my phone when I'm doing longer videos, and this solar battery charger with a built-in flashlight. If I want to charge it other than using the sun, it's micro USB as well. I'm trying to only buy USB-C things, but that's life. Alright, I got this little tiny 3 amp charger, 3.4 amp charger. It's 3.4 amps total, not per port, but that's still really awesome for such a tiny little charger. And it can charge my phone, it can charge the batteries, charge my YouTube microphones, charge my light, it can earbuds, it charges everything. Set of backup earbuds, they're not the most comfortable, but they are cheap. And one thing I like about them is they have their own built-in cable with a USB thing built in. I like that. All earbuds should do, a lot more things should do that in general. Backup chapstick. I got 2 flash drives that are packed full of videos and articles and podcasts about all kinds of things. Bible studies, stuff about preparedness, gardening, economics, you name it, it's on here. Everything you should have learned in school but didn't. And I hand these out to people all the time. Eventually, and these are 16 gigs and they're full. Eventually, all this stuff is going to be on the resources page on my website. But that's a big task. It's going to take me a while to get all that done. I keep a whistle in there for communication. Inside of Sarah's everyday... Oh, and this whistle you can open up to put in case of emergency paper in there with all your contact information. Nobody's looking inside your whistle for that. That's stupid. You might put a little piece of tinder or something in there that's actually useful. But nobody in the history of forever has found somebody who is injured and went, huh, I wonder if they have their contact information of their wife inside their whistle. But it's really loud, and Sarah and the boys are going to get whistles and their everyday carry bags, and we're going to have them in our haversacks and camping bags. That way we can communicate with each other over distances instead of yelling. And if you're lost, you can blow a whistle for a lot louder and longer than you can yell. I have a teaspoon that goes with the French press to make tea. This could just go in my... This should just go in my lunchbox. Small little 4-inch crescent wrench. Really handy. Use it all the time. Use it a lot more than I thought I would. I actually bought this because it was on sale cheap and it looks cute as a little adorable 4-inch. I eventually want to get a little adorable 4-inch crescent wrench or channel locks to go with it. Some safety pins. And I'm going to move some of the stuff that was in this mesh pocket up here into different areas and put back my little traveler's notebook in here. I had a different notebook in here I just took out because it was too big, bulky, I didn't like it in here. And I really like that leather-bound traveler's notebook. Some pens and pencils. Normally I have a Sharpie in here too, but I went to use the Sharpie the other day at work and it exploded all over the table. Down in here I have these cool lighters. They're clipper lighters. Apparently the rest of the world uses these instead of Bic lighters. They're refillable with a regular butane bottle. And if they're out of fuel, you can take the sparker out. You can replace the sparkers in them. And you can use the sparker to light a fire if you're out of lighter fluid more easily than you can with a Bic. And there's no child safety to mess with. And they're about the same price. They're so much better than a Bic lighter. These are the bit kit for my Leatherman. This guy here is a Columbia River knife and tool spew. No, it's backwards, but it's a great little knife if you need a small fixed blade knife. I put a ulti clip on here. I'll show you what that's actually designed for. It doesn't fit this knife quite right, but it's designed to give you a pocket clip for a fixed blade knife. And this is a cheap little fixed blade knife, but pretty good quality. I'm going to replace this with my with a Kershaw knife that I have once I get it back from Kershaw to get the blade replaced. Everybody in my family, so Sarah and the kids, we all have Kershaw knives now. My cousin carries one. My dad has one. I think my brother has one. My goal is to make carrying Kershaw knives and Leathermans to be our family's thing. This is the file to go with my Leatherman, because the Leatherman Surge to give you more. So unlike the Leatherman Wave, they put a big pair of scissors on the outside instead of that little pair of scissors on the inside. And to do that, instead of having a saw and a file, they give you this saw, which is a T-shank adapter, and comes out. That's the T-shank adapter. So you just put T-shank jigsaws in there, and they give you the double-sided file as a T-shank jigsaw blade. And I just thought of it now, and I'm going to take, I have one in my camping bag, but I should have a longer wood saw in here. I can tuck it down here in the bottom out of the way, and I can put in a metal blade too, because this is supposed to be able to cut metal with those little tiny, see, the camera can't even focus on them. Those little tiny lines right there that you can't really see. That's supposed to be the metal cutting blade. Leatherman, you could do a better job. Moleskin. I don't need this much. This is just how much ended up in here. Moleskin is a first aid thing. It's used to pad like around your feet if you're getting a blister. Tampons. The inside of tampons. These go with the chapstick and the lighter to make a first aid kit. And I gotta pause the recording real quick. We'll do the rest of it. I gotta hook up the battery because battery on my phone's about to die.